guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. All Smiles Over Here. I am Sanja. It's like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep your smile for the day? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm trying to keep it on, but y'all know if it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. The golden nugget is who you are becoming. Who you are becoming. What am I talking about? I'm talking about you need to focus on that. Focus on who you are becoming. What's been happening here lately, and I can attest for myself. Listen, we find ourselves saying, man, I'm 25 years old, and I thought by now I would be married. Man, I'm 40 years old, and I thought at least by now I will have my sports car. Oh, I'm 50 years old, and at least by now I thought I would be a homeowner. Oh, I'm so-and-so years old, and I thought at least they would have promoted me to CEO by now. And you stay stuck on that, and you get to thinking about that, and that's ringing in your head every single day. Every time you see somebody that's married, it reminds you that, oh, you ain't even married now. You hadn't even got married. Every time you see somebody, when you see the sign that says CEO, you think about, man, I hadn't even gotten to that level yet. And you're focusing on that, and the more you focus on that, what ends up happening, you're not able to focus on who you are becoming. Who you are becoming. Now the thing is, y'all know I always say you got to be what? Aligned and connected, having God at the forefront of your life, moving in and through you, thus you're able to move about in what? In clarity. And if you are moving about in clarity because you're aligned and connected, then you will know that, hey, listen, everything is working out for me. And you will know also that the things that you desire, those requests that you put in, that it's not based on your age of when you should receive them or when you're supposed to receive them. You will have that clarity. You heard what I said? You will have that clarity knowing that your age is not based on when you're going to get these things. You just got to continue moving forward in who you are becoming. If you're saying you're going to be a CEO, then listen, move forward in that direction, which means getting the proper education, looking up some things, start dressing like a CEO. Some of y'all want to be CEOs and you don't even know how to dress, have the right attire for it, or have the right mindset. Get those things together first, and then watch how things start coming in line for you. Same thing for those who want to be a wife. You don't like cleaning up, you don't like cooking, you don't like being nice, and you saying, oh, I thought I would have been married by now, but girl, you ain't ready. Same thing for you guys. Some of you ain't working. Maybe jobs ain't really plentiful. But listen, if you can't find work, but you know you got a rake in your backyard, then guess what? You better go get that rake and become an entrepreneur and say, I rake yours for $10. $10. And hey, I got you on my list. Do you want to be CEO? That's how it works, y'all. You got to move forward in who you are becoming. Don't get stuck on, I thought I would have had this by now. You get what I'm saying? So don't be in a mindset of regret. Don't do that. Because guess what? Had nothing passed you by. Nothing hasn't passed you by. It hasn't passed you by. It is still there. All those requests and desires that you have put in, they're still there. They're waiting on you to move in the direction of who you are becoming. You get what I'm saying? You got to make some moves too. Remember I told you? Sometimes when we put in our request, we think that it's going to be abracadabra. It's just going to come just like that without us having to do anything. And when I say anything, that means we don't even have to think positive. We don't have to think possible. We don't have to put our hands in it and all what have you. Now, sometimes I did tell you, sometimes you won't have to put your hand in it, but you do have to put your mental in it. If you ain't using your hands, if God don't want you to use your hands to get that manifestation or whatever, you got to use this up here at least. You got to use your mental. Thinking positive, thinking possible. How do you do all that? You got to make sure you're aligned and connected, which means you're going to be thinking in clarity, which means you're going to know that, hey, listen, my time hasn't passed me by, and I'm going to continue moving forward in who I am becoming because I know that thing is going to come into fruition. So listen, don't get hung up, in other words, on those regretful thoughts of saying, oh, shucks, I'm 42 years old, I'm 43 years old, I'm 50 years old, I'm 60 years old, oh, I'm about to turn 70, and I still haven't. Don't you get in that mindset of regret. Continue moving forward in who you are becoming. And if you can't do anything with your hands to move forward in it, then move forward in it with your mental. And the only way you can move forward with it, like I told you, in your mental, is being aligned and connected, which means that's the only way you're going to be able to think positive, think possible. and to be able to see yourself in clarity of how God sees you. And God sees you receiving every single manifestation that you have put in a request for. Do you get that, you guys? So I'm not going to keep y'all long. I think y'all got the gist of it. So listen, don't go around here moping around saying, I thought I would have had this by now. Listen, start moving forward in who you are becoming. And if you want these things, want to be a CEO, want to be a wife, want to be a husband, want to have some kids, or want to have that new sports car, want to become a homeowner, blah, 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 blah. Start putting in some work and action, okay? Whether it's through your hands or whether it's in this mental, if your hands are not allowed to move in that direction, which means if God said, don't worry about putting your hands in it, continue putting your mental, okay? Y'all got it? I think y'all got it. All right, y'all, I'm going to go on that note. If you take just a little of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Listen, enjoy your weekend. Talk to you soon. Ciao.